What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Wednesday, November 23rd. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a huge issue that I need to just kind of address to our audience, and that is around the stablecoin USDT, also known as USD Tether. Now, this is a stablecoin that has one of the largest market caps within the whole cryptocurrency market. If this depegs from the dollar, then that can experience a huge black swan event with all cryptocurrencies, sending us into another, even maybe a more deeper bear market. So I want to share with you just my opinion in this video, okay? It's just entertainment. It's not financial advice. Don't let this be the reason why you need to cash out on all your cryptocurrencies. I'm only here to help inform and educate you to plan accordingly if this black swan event does occur in the future. So hopefully this video is helpful for you to decide what to do. So be sure to watch this video throughout the entirety, and be sure to stick around to the very end to hear my conclusion and hopefully some other scenarios where you can plan accordingly that would save your assets from complete destruction. So guys, be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to join our Patreon page, and most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys, let's get right into it. So if you're a newer viewer, you don't know what USDT is, basically it's a stablecoin that's based on the dollar. So each USDT is pretty much backed by the US dollar. At least that's what they claim. Now, there have been many times that USDT and their team members have been asked to show proof of reserves, to show proof that their market cap is actually backed by actual reserves, if it's gold, if it's a dollar, if it's anything. And still to this day, for over a year, they have not shown any proof, even through auditing, that they actually are backed by an actual currency, that they're actually backed by US dollars. So what's really interesting is that if you look at the total market cap, which I mentioned before, Tether has the third largest market cap within the whole cryptocurrency market. Exactly at this point, $65 billion out of the whole cryptocurrency market. Now, the reason I'm sharing this video with you is because you're wondering, what's there to fear? You know, why should I be scared about USDT Tether? Well, let's look at some old events that have happened that really kind of shine a light on basically stable coins. Now, I'm going to start with the first story. Now, FTX assets still missing as firm begins bankruptcy process. If you guys don't know, if I haven't read the news, FTX is an exchange where people could trade cryptocurrency. They had one based in the US, and they also had an international exchange. So what was really interesting about the story is that Sam Bankman-Fried, who's the guy in this photo, he is the founder, and FTX exchange, which was based and centered in the Bahamas, they were pretty much a leader in this space. They were embodying this vision where, you know, we're switching from, you know, having our funds in a bank to becoming our own bank, right? Having custody of our own funds. And also Sam Bankman-Fried portrayed himself to be a guy who was really humbled, drove a Toyota Corolla, didn't ask for much, lived on, you know, pennies on the dollar, but basically was focused on making people make money and also making sure that people weren't bankless. So in the end, something was exploited. And just to fast forward, Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX did something wrong. They took the customers' funds that people put into their exchange and used it for other assets, like putting it into homes, did leverage trading through their second parent company, which was Alameda Research, and basically just gambled, right? That's pretty much goes against the regulation within the United States. But because their headquarters was in the Bahamas, they were allowed to do this. So they weren't regulated or had oversight as much as they should be. Now, why am I bringing this up? Well, there's a concern that Alameda, their sister company or their little tiny company that was working to do the leverage trading, this is what happened, right? People were concerned that USDT was going to be affected by Alameda FTX relationship and their whole fraudulent scandal. Now, they did post an article about this saying that, you know, we were not affected by this whole Alameda FTX debacle, that we have proof that we can back our USDT digital coin with an actual US dollar. But the thing is, this is what bothers me the most, is that they've been asked to show all these different ways to prove that their reserves are real. And they keep saying that they're going to show an audit, that they're going to prove and come up with an audit, but they still yet to this day, over a year, haven't been able to do that. So that really concerns me. And I just want to share with you another thing that really bothers me is that it's based in Hong Kong. Their headquarters is in Hong Kong. So they're saying that they're backed by US dollar, and they're saying that their reserves are completely fine, but they're based in a completely different country. This is giving me all the strange vibes of FTX, where they tell you one thing, but something's happening another way. So this is why I want to share this with you, is because, again, we have to look at other scenarios that have happened. So what other scenarios can we talk about? Well, obviously we need to talk about Terra UST, or just UST. Now, Terra USD was a stablecoin. Yes, it was $1 at some point. It was an algorithmic stablecoin. But look at this, it's already down to 2 cents because this algorithmic stablecoin basically did not work. There was something that went completely wrong, and a ton of people lost their money. We're talking about well-recognized figures. We're talking about notable celebrities, people who've worked in this space for a very long time, who invested in this company, Terra Labs and Terraform. They basically lost all their money. And that's the thing that I'm really scared about with UST, is that, when that happens, what happens to the people who run the company? Are they going to stay and solve the case, or are they going to be like the founder of Terraform Labs or the Terra UST, where they're going to flee? Now, Do Kwon was the founder of Terraform Labs and the Terra USD. And after this happened, now he's been on the run, and no one knows exactly where he is. Is he in Singapore? Is he in South Korea? Is he in Europe? We don't know. But the fact that he hasn't shown his face to address the issue, that makes me really concerned for the founders that run USDT and what they do if the dollar does depeg from their stablecoin. But it doesn't just stop there. Let's talk about the Huobi exchange. Now, Huobi is another exchange that is based outside the US. And they also had a stablecoin. But there was a recent event where they decided to make this decision to step away from their stablecoin, which is HUSD, and move over to Justin Tron, who owns the Tron blockchain, to USDD. Now, what happened was the currency of that stablecoin, HUSD, had actually got depegged and actually fell in value because it transitioned over to Justin's Tron stablecoin. And that concerns me. And what happened to that currently at this point? It's no longer $1. It's now 0.15 cents, aka 15 cents. So that concerns me. I just want to share that with you guys because I wanted to really address this certain issue because, again, you need to plan accordingly, right? The stablecoin plans to say that it's reserved by $1 to $1, 1 to 1. But where is the proof of that? And I want to get your opinion, guys. Do you trust Tether USDT stablecoin? And 55% of you already said no. So that already goes to show me that you do not trust having your stablecoins in USDT. So what's the other option if I can't have it in USDT? What other stablecoin could I put it in? Because the reason we take our profits, say for instance, if we decide to cash out on Bitcoin, but we don't want to put it into our bank because there's a lot of transaction fees and they're expensive. So what's the stablecoin that I would want you guys to possibly use? Well, the only stablecoin right now that I can think of that possibly could be safe, not saying it is safe, is USDC. Now, USDC is in 5th place, right? It has 44 billion in reserve in its market cap. Now, why do I mention USDC? Well, let's go ahead and look at some questions. I think it's really important. Now, number one thing is that you're going to ask is USDC really backed by the dollar? Really important question, right? Because that's what we addressed in USDT, and that was our main concern. Now, they said that every digital dollar through USDC on their internet is 100% backed by cash and short-dated US treasuries. Now, is that true? We don't actually know. But the USDC reserves are held in custody and management of the leading US financial institution, including BlackRock and BNY Mellon. And we do know BlackRock and Mellon are huge institutions who have a ton of money. So that provides at least a little bit of security, but they're also based in the US, the most important thing, because anything based in the US has a lot of regulation and oversight, and that is good. That's not what Huobi had, Terraform Labs had, or even USDT has. And also down here below, is USDC made by Coinbase, which is another thing. And yes, it has contributions that was bootstrapped by Circle and Coinbase. Circle is the company helping initiate the USDC. So obviously that is helpful to see more US institutions helping. Now, you also must be wondering, is my money even safe in USDC? That's a really important question. But in all honesty, it is safe in the digital sense, but it's not as safe compared to having your money into a bank, because the bank is covered by the FDIC, which allows people to have some insurance of their money. So say, for instance, what they say in the banks is if you're scared that your money is not actually in the bank and you're scared that it's stolen or being used to do something or whatever, well, guess what? That's what the FDIC is supposed to do, is create some insurance so that you always have money in your pocket. But is that guaranteed though? I don't believe so. I believe our money in the bank is being used for something else. That's why we can't have a blockchain to tell us where our money is being used for. I want to know that my money is staying in the bank. So that's why we don't use banks that much. And that's why everybody's switching from Web 2 to Web 3, from the bank to your own digital bank, right? To take custody of your own funds. So guys, that pretty much sums it up. So what is the conclusion of this video? In my personal opinion, again, don't take this as fun, but I just want you guys to be informed. I don't trust USDT at all. This is one of my most fearful things that I have within the market. And people have made many videos about this as well. But I'm sharing with you, my audience, that USDT is not to be trustworthy. If you are trading with USDT, make sure to trade out of that as much as possible. So what does that mean? If you have, like, say for instance, 50,000, 10,000, or whatever amount of USDT in your exchange, in your wallet, get out of that as much as possible. Trade it for Bitcoin, trade it for some other things, or maybe put it into USDC as a stable coin. I just don't want you guys to lose value of your USDT. Imagine one day you find out USDT has no proof to show that their funds are there, or maybe the founders decide to take your money and run. Well, there's no way to protect you, because now that dollar will now depeg and maybe turn into 15 cents, 2 cents, or whatever. You lose all that money. So I just don't want that to happen to you guys. And if this happens, it will affect the whole cryptocurrency market. It will send us into a lower low of the bear market. But will cryptocurrency die? Will Web3 die? Absolutely not. It will actually just get rid of all the people that have been, scammers, Ponzi schemers. All these scammers that are on here are going to get rid of, because right now we're still waiting for the United States to create regulation. And once that comes around, which I think can come very soon, you can expect that USDT Tether is going to be at the forefront of all of that. So just be prepared, guys. And I hope that this video has been very helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like the button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching Cryptolution. Join our Patreon page for all our private alpha calls, investment strategies, and one-on-one consultations in the link below. Limited spaces are available, so be sure to reserve your spot today. Invest safely, and we'll see you on the next episode of Cryptolution.